What's up, YouTube? Coming back at you. Told you, slow progress better than no progress. So we out here again. I got something else. I've been making a few, getting around to a few projects. So I want to keep updating y'all. I haven't been good with the updates, but trying to get better with that. Even though I have been getting the work done, I just haven't been updating the YouTube. But we gonna get better with that. We gonna change that. And here, I'm gonna give you an update and show you what's going on right now. So I had this suspension redone. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna get right to it. I ain't gonna even waste your time. Now, I had so many problems with the suspension. I mean, not a whole lot of problems, but I decided to go with a style like this. Now, if you see, I'm gonna get up under here so you can see this. I'm on the ground right now, doing it for the tube. Now, I got these brackets right here, and they are welded onto my rear end. You can see that. This weld right here, welded to my rear end. This whole bracket setup came from Trick Chassis. Trick Chassis, I'm gonna put them in the description. Trick Chassis sells this whole bracket setup that you weld to your rear end. Now the reason I had to do this was because originally, I'm laying around on the ground. Originally, on the outside of the rear end, these holes were drilled and everything was mounted to here. Now, if you see how far this is, just to give you an idea, stretch out, maybe that's about 7 or 8 inches of a difference. That my QA1s were mounted to hit this part of my rear end on both sides, and it came in this angle. So now I'm going vertical, right? Imagine it's still mounted in the same part, same spot up top, but it came out to this angle over here. That's like almost like a 45-degree angle. That 45-degree angle made it. It made me have to twist up the QA1s way too much. They were, and there was a lot of stress on the springs. I was having problems, and that's how I ended up cracking my frame up top the first time. I cracked it around where everything bolts up at the top. That cracked before, and I had to change it. I ended up changing the whole frame because it was bad anyway. It was rusty, but that was part of the reason. So now I'm coming vertical. Everything's like the brackets are welded on. They extra tight. It's not just something that's just screwed in with a bolt. It's actually welded, a bracket made for it and welded in, and it's locked in. Shout out Trick Chassis. Now, right here, this bar across. This is a shock brace bar. What this does, it goes across, and it's also, they welded this on also. They welded it to my brackets. This braces the entire rear suspension. By this bracing across each bracket, it locks it in so tight, and it's got this whole rear suspension rock solid. Like, I mean, there's no, before I had bounce, there was bounce. I hit a bump and it sounded like an old bed. It's bouncing, even with brand new suspension, it didn't matter. It was just, it just wasn't good. It wasn't solid. Now I hit a bump, I just get my little, it's hitting softer, and there's no extra bounce afterwards. So this mechanic, shout out to him. This mechanic is a great mechanic. He rerouted my exhaust. He redid it because the exhaust came straight through. And basically what a lot of people do, they just cut the exhaust off. He redid it and routed it around everything, and you know, got me still solid with the exhaust. And so that actually, I don't know what I'm looking. I don't know if that's going. Yeah, but whatever. It's solid. I might end up cutting it off, but I appreciate him trying, you know. Like, he did his thing with that. But anyways, this is solid. Like, I love this setup, you know. This setup is great. And it's a few more things I gotta get done, but that was the main thing I had going on. And like, if you could see up under here, I know I never show my underbody, but y'all know I got a brand new floor, new exhaust, you know, uppers and lowers, like everything is taken care of. Frame off, you know, the frame is fresh, that's what you're seeing. The frame has been powder coated, sandblasted, powder coated, everything new up, new drive shaft, you know, new loop, everything is, you know, pretty fresh up under there. It's everything's all to the good. Like, but yeah, even the rear end was powder coated. This 12 bolt I brought. So it's all tight, solid, you know. But I just wanted y'all to see that, man. This is a nice bracket setup from Trick Chassis. I'm gonna get at y'all on the next one. Appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe.